Transfer box upside down. Now I wasn't planning on doing a great deal to this, but having inspected the rear bearing, it was rusted up, so it needs new bearings. You don't get a lot of movement to play on these things, and I read the Green Bible several times to try and work it out. And I thought, you don't need to see me beating it senseless. I'll just run you down what I did. Front output, rear output. Basically, you beat the front, this end, until you get the shell, the outer of the bearing, free from the casing. Then put the nut on, protect it, but if you're using a leather mallet it doesn't really matter anyway, but it just protects the thread if you do miss a strike. You then have to beat it forwards, so imagine this is the back. You have to beat it forwards to release the front bearing, but because of this gear doesn't go anywhere, you've got limited movement, so you only get the outer shell of the bearing partially out. Then withdraw it. Then you need to cut a spacer. This is from an old bearing shell. Place it in between that gear and the bearing shell you're trying to get out, and beat it some more until you pop it out. The way it's worded in the book, it's seems quite complicated to me, but I'm a bit dense. But that's the basics. So you beat it back to release the front shell. You beat it forward, then withdraw it a little bit, get a spacer of something in there of similar size to the shell, beat it again until you get it loose. Then, oh, by the way, what I missed out was, that's after you've taken the big circlip off that's holding the bearing in place. Quite important, otherwise you'll be hitting it all day and nothing will happen. After that, there's a circlip here that sits on the shaft. Behind the circlip there's a spacer with a little located dogs on it, as you can see. That needs to come off. The bearing does just slide off quite easily, the inner bearing, once you've taken that off, so beat the outer off, take the inside of the bearing off, take the circlip off and the spacer. Then all you have to do is withdraw the shaft. As you can see, these gears need a good clean anyway, but the main reason for doing that was the outer bearing was rusted up, and we don't like rusty bearings, do we? And then all we need to do then is drive that inner off, new one's on, and one day managed to put it all back together. But I think I've got some cleaning to do first. Back to the spray gun, full of petrol again, nice and safe. That'll do for now. I hope that helps a little bit. I couldn't find anything apart from the book to tell me what to do, so there you go. Bye for now.